They were the perfect police couple, partners in life and on the beat, admired by colleagues and trusted by their community. But underneath the gleaming badges and polished uniforms, a darkness was growing until one night changed everything. Welcome back to the Real Crimson Files, where we pull back the curtain on the stories the headlines don't want you to see. Tonight they were the perfect police couple until this happened. Strap in, because this is a true crime story you won't believe. Meet Detective Serena Blake and Sergeant Marcus Quinn, a dynamic duo with a spotless record, celebrated for cracking cold cases and hosting charity drives. But on June 15, 2025, their world collapsed. A routine traffic stop spiraled into tragedy, and by dawn, the department was in shock. What went wrong? How did two model officers become headline-making criminals? Stick around, because every twist in this case cuts deeper than you can imagine. Rising stars on the force, Detective Serena Blake joined Riverwood PD in 2013, earning praise for her intuition and unwavering determination. By age 30, she was heading the Violent Crimes Unit. Across town, Sergeant Marcus Quinn, a former Marine, rose through the ranks of the Traffic Division with a reputation for fairness and grit. Together, they were a power couple, attending community barbecues, mentoring young recruits, and even co-hosting a local Cops and Kids charity basketball game. To the public, they were heroes. To each other, they were everything. Love and loyalty under the badge, their love story read like a Hollywood script. They met at the Academy's shooting range, bonded over shared scars and shared lunches, and proposed to each other in front of the precinct bulletin board, a shrine to fallen officers. Promotions came fast, and awards piled up. Command staff praised their partnership. Neighborhood watch groups invited them to speak. Even crime stats in Riverwood saw a noticeable dip. But fame has a way of hiding cracks, and nobody was looking closely enough. Cracks begin to show in early 2025. Whispers started circulating in the break room. Marcus was seen slipping off for late-night stakeouts without backup, and Serena began canceling weekend shifts with vague excuses about family emergencies. Their off-duty time at home grew oddly silent. Rumors of an internal affairs probe swirled after anonymous tips alleged excessive use of force in a minor disturbance. Yet every inquiry hit a wall of silence. The community, blinded by their upstanding reputations, dismissed the gossip as jealousy. But the seeds of doubt had been planted. The fateful night on the evening of June 15, Marcus and Serena responded to what seemed like a routine DUI checkpoint incident on Highway 27. Bodycam footage, later leaked to the press, shows Marcus approaching a sedan whose driver refused to step out. Serena's voice crackles in radio statica, backups on the way. 15 minutes later, gunshots ring out. 2 bullets, fired from Serena's service weapon, strike Marcus in the chest. The driver is unscathed. Serena frantically calls for medics, but it's too late. By the time help arrives, Marcus is gone. Serena crumples to her knees, tears mixing with rain. The investigation unravels. Internal Affairs took over, citing an officer-involved shooting review. Early reports labeled it a tragic accident. But tech experts uncovered anomalies. GPS logs placed Serena's cruiser off the highway near a wooded overpass 20 minutes before the call. Bodycam timestamps were tampered with. Ballistics analysis revealed that Marcus's own weapon was discharged once, suggesting he never fired at the DUI suspect. And the suspect. He later admitted to cooperating fully. The puzzle pieces began to form a chilling picture. This wasn't a ripple of tragedy. It was a calculated act. Pause for a second. What would you do if the person you trusted most betrayed you at your darkest hour? Drop your thoughts down below before we dive deeper. Motive in the shadows. Digging into their personal lives, investigators found secret bank transfers, hundreds of thousands of dollars moving from the department's charity account into an offshore holding. Surveillance footage from a quiet suburban street shows Serena meeting with a shady figure, Vincent Reyes, a confessed money launderer tied to the Caspian crime syndicate. Whisper networks now paint Serena as the brains of an inside job, using Marcus's sterling record to launder illicit funds through fake charity events. Marcus, allegedly, had discovered her double life, confronted her, and paid the ultimate price. The stunning confession in a jailhouse interview, Serena initially wept, proclaiming her love for Marcus and swearing she never meant to pull the trigger. But days later, her story shifted. Faced with irrefutable digital forensics, which showed she disabled her bodycam and adjusted timestamps, Serena confessed. He found out, she said, voice calm and hollow. He wouldn't back down. I had to protect what I built. She admitted coordinating with Reyes to skim millions from community fundraisers, funneling money through shell corporations. In her mind, Marcus's insistence on transparency threatened it all. His death, she claimed, was the only way to save their empire. Media frenzy and public outcry. When word hit social media, the shock was universal. How could our queen of cops be a criminal mastermind? People asked. True crime influencers dissected every frame of that fateful body cam. Podcasts played Serena's confession on loop. Community groups demanded justice, the mayor ordered reforms. Riverwood PD, once the poster child of policing, now faced plummeting morale and trust. Citizens burned candles outside the precinct, some for Marcus, others for the community they felt betrayed them. Even national news outlets ran specials titled, "One Justice Becomes a Lee." The trial of the century opening statements in August 2025 were electrifying. Prosecutors painted Serena as a greedy sociopath. The defense insisted she was a grieving widow who snapped under pressure. Testimony included Reyes's jailhouse tapes, forensic accountants mapping the money trail, and digital experts who restored tampered timestamps. The jury sat riveted as a full recreation of the crime scene played on a giant screen. Serena's words echoing, "He had to learn I was the one in control." After 2 weeks of deliberation, the verdict came guilty on charges of first-degree murder, money laundering, and conspiracy. Aftermath and fallout: sentenced to life without parole, Serena Blake was led from the courtroom in handcuffs, stoic as ever. Rise, in a plea deal, agreed to testify against other corrupt officials, sparking a sprawling probe into police departments nationwide. Marcus Quinn's family filed a civil suit against Riverwood PD for negligence, claiming the department ignored warning signs. And community organizers formed the Marcus Quinn Trust, dedicated to supporting officers with mental health and ethics training. In a bittersweet irony, the pilot program launched in Marcus's name now trains recruits on unwavering integrity. Lessons learned: this case tore open the myth of the perfect cop and reminded us that power, left unchecked, can corrupt even the most respected. It underlines how technology can both hide and reveal the truth, from GPS logs to body cam footage. And it shows the high cost of turning a blind eye to rumors and early warning signs. As we look back, the partnerships built on loyalty and love sometimes crumble under the weight of greed and deception. So tell us, what's the most shocking element of this story for you? Was it the betrayal, the tech tampering, or the sheer audacity of laundering millions under the guise of charity? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you had one question for Detective Quinn, what would it be? We'll highlight the best comments in our next episode. What's next on the Real Crimson Files? Up next, we dive into the chilling case of the Midnight Burglar, an amateur cat burglar who turned serial killer, leaving cryptic notes at each crime scene. Plus, an exclusive interview with a former forensic profiler on how to read a criminal's mind. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a single twist. If you found this story as jaw-dropping as we did, smash that like button and share with your friends. For more in-depth coverage, head to our Patreon, where you'll get bonus material, behind-the-scenes research, and even a monthly Q&A with yours truly. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, Real Crimson Files, for real-time updates on new episodes. Remember, truth is stranger than fiction, but only if we're brave enough to look. Thanks for watching the Real Crimson Files. I'll see you next time, right here, where the real stories get told.